What's going on, guys? Brian back to talk about The Gifted on Fox Monday nights. It just aired its first episode this past Monday, and I want to talk about the series overall. It's my review, general discussion, I guess some spoilers, but not really. Just going to talk about a couple things of the show that if you haven't seen the show, you might be lost a little bit. But for those who have seen it and want to discuss it, here we go, guys. But overall, I thought the first episode was very good and set a good tone for what the show can and should be about. The X-Men aren't around, but mutants are. We don't know what happened to the X-Men, but here's the cast basically of what we saw in the first episode. Now, I do like that you're following a family, the Strucker family. If you know the X-Men and the universe of the X-Men, you know that William Stryker is a big character in the universe and has nothing to do with them, but it's Stryker versus Strucker. And I wish they just changed the last name to something totally different. It's too close for my comfort, but overall it doesn't make that big of a difference. It has nothing to do with that, or maybe it will down the road. I don't know. But overall, the four mutants that we met, besides the two kids, were Polaris, Thunderbird, Eclipse, and Blink. Some of the people we've seen before. Eclipse, I haven't really seen too much of him in the X-Men universe, but Polaris, Thunderbird, and Blink for sure. And if you've seen X-Men Days of Future Past, it's kind of like that. So if you like that, if you like the X-Men universe, I recommend it. You have to like the X-Men or mutant powers and just superheroes in general, but you're following Polaris and Eclipse are the two main mutants, I would say. It's too early to tell how it goes down exactly, but there's a big connection between these two characters for sure in the first episode. But if you saw Days of Future Past, the X-Men, one of the latest X-Men movies, not Apocalypse, that really wasn't that good, but Days of Future Past was good. And the beginning of it and the mutants that are involved in the future that we would see if stuff doesn't happen in the movie, you see them here. You see a lot of them in the show, which is pretty cool. And that's kind of what it reminds me of. The beginning of that movie with Polaris and Bishop and Sunfire, and Colossus is not in the show, and neither is Bishop or Sunfire. Well, not yet, but maybe down the road. And I would love to see that if they get more budget and more money behind it. But we're following Polaris, Eclipse, Thunderbird, and Blink as of right now, the main mutants, and then you see the two kids that have mutant powers, and then we'll probably meet more of them, which is cool. I don't know of any main mutants because the X-Men and the Brotherhood, we don't know what happened to them. It's a mystery, and hopefully they bring around some people, but Blink is pretty cool. I like the power. I like the portal idea because they can get away into safety, so that'll be able to get them to get away from the Sentinel agency, which is pretty cool. They're not robots yet, but they're people working for the Sentinels basically, and it's a cool little difference. But like I said, the main family here is the dynamic of the show, and it's not cheesy. It's not done in a way that's like, oh, that's pretty dumb. I mean, some of it's predictable, like the two kids have powers and the dad is an attorney that has to do it, and it's just the dynamic of the show remains to be seen, but the storyline is good right now after one episode. Hopefully it continues down that path. I was watching the show and I was like, who is that girl? What is she from? She was in the Goldbergs show on ABC, which hopefully she's still there. Maybe she's got another part, but I like that Goldbergs show as well. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out on ABC on Wednesdays. Like every good show is on Wednesday right now, but even though this show is on Mondays on Fox at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in Florida time zone where I live. But overall, it's a good show from one episode. Hopefully it continues down the path. I'm going to be doing more reviews of it. Hopefully you still watch the show. I put a thing on Facebook and a couple of you guys have watched it, and I recommend it. If you like the X-Men, I grew up with the Saturday morning cartoon. Down the road, we're going to see more mutants, and I think it's pretty cool. It has the ability and the likelihood of being a good show. Stan Lee's involved with it. He already had a cameo in the first episode, so hopefully he's there more and more. Hopefully we get to meet more characters, more X-Men, more mutants, more people from the Brotherhood. Maybe Mystique or Colossus or something would be pretty cool. Hopefully we're not going to get probably Professor Xavier or somebody like that because the X-Men remain to be seen, and I don't know how they would tie in with the show and the Logan movies and this and the world. You don't know where the universe actually is. But for the mutants that are still alive, I would hope to see Mystique or even a Magneto or something. Who knows? But I would like to see that. How about you guys? Post your comments below what you'd want to see, or if you like the show in general. And if you like this video, guys, hit that subscribe button. If you can do me a big favor, tell your friends, tell your family about the PT channel. We're going to be doing more reviews, more stuff involved. If you know the channel, we talk about The Walking Dead pretty much all the time, but we're going to be talking more shows like this, like The Gifted, shows that are coming on that are movie reviews like Thor and Star Wars and stuff. So if you want to see more of that stuff, hit that subscribe button. Stay in the know by subscribing. You guys are awesome, and thank you for watching.